What up, YouTube? In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a lot of gold in a relatively short amount of time. This is going to kind of fluctuate depending on your server, supply and demand, things like that. But all that you need for this farm is a character with skinning, and then coupled with that, not required, but that will make it a little bit easier. Any characters with high mobility, particularly druids. I'm sure most people know, druids are the best for farming, things like that. But if you don't have a druid with skinning, any character with skinning is fine. You're not going to have to move around too much. I play a monk, so I do the farm on the monk while I'm doing dailies, and this farm is going to be in Korthia, and we're going to be farming some alpha boars or something like that in this area here in Mauler's Outlook. There's a lot of daily quests that'll kind of pop up there, so you'll get a lot of dead mobs. I'll show you guys how to get over there, but again, it's just right here. And it will help if your character has the Shadowlands Gatherer enchantment on your gloves so that you skin faster. Just another added benefit, like being a druid. Anything that'll make you just move around quicker, get to more mobs quickly, or if if you need to kill things, anything you have that has high damage will help as well. Basically, whatever your main character is, as long as you have skinning, you'll be good to go. But as you'll see, I roll up here and there's already dead corpses that I can just snatch, and we already got one heavy callous hide. That's just under 1k on my server in itself. So here I am, Mauler's Outlook. You want to be right around in this area. Basically all you do is find corpses, loot them, and or skin them, not loot them, and you get tons of leather. Some things to help: if you are a monk, you can place a totem, the black ox statue right here, and most people that are running the daily quests will actually just help you kill everything, and then you can go in and skin them afterwards. But that's pretty much just the farm. It's that simple. You can get anywhere to 100,000 gold per hour, I've seen, with this farm. That's kind of the higher end. I'd say at least 50k per hour if you're being really efficient is a safe bet. So just put in a few hours of work, you can get your rank 6 legendaries without too much hassle, and you can even group up with people to help skin here. Like I said, high mobility will help. Being a druid, being able to go from mob to mob will definitely make things go quicker. But if you aren't in a zone where people are killing them for the daily quests, you're going to have to kill them yourself. So you won't be moving around too much. A lot of your focus will be on just actually doing damage and sustaining yourself. So whatever class you have that you think will be the best for that will be your best pick. But as you can see, I'm getting a lot of greens, plenty of the common desolate leathers, getting some callous hides in there. It's a really good farm. You can put another statue there. Is a pretty good spot. Either side of the tree, basically. I just normally run in this area. I'll tag whatever mobs I can. You'll see tons of people in this area farming too for their quest, because there's a quest where you have to clear this area out, so you'll just get tons and tons of dead mobs to help you just farm all this leather. That's the wrong button. So yeah, that's really it. There's not too much more to it. Just come to this area with a guy that can skin, and skin as many mobs as you can. If you're not, I'm very geared up. I'm level 236 right now, which is very high for a farming character. So if you're not that high, I would recommend just kind of sitting back, maybe not pulling all the mobs, just skinning the dead bodies that you find. But obviously, the higher gear you are, the more damage you can put out, and more mobs you can take up at any time. It's going to help you fill in the gap for when people aren't there helping. But it's not required. You can take this at your own pace. If you're not able to consistently kill a bunch of mobs, don't expect 100k per hour. Or if your server's a little bit less populated, things are going to fluctuate. And once you do spend, maybe a solid hour or so here farming, it might be beneficial to go ahead and turn those leathers into some armor. So what I'll do here is I'll send over a few skins that I just got here. Pretend that I just spent an hour here, and instead of sending 5 leathers, I'm actually sending tons and tons of them. Send the bones too. I'll send it to my leather worker. It's my hunter.
Very well then.
And then I guess I'll hearth and then teleport to show you guys a little trick here. You know, the raw materials themselves will go for a good bit of money. You can definitely just sell the skin and the bones on the auction house and call it at that. But it might be worthwhile to send it over to a leather worker so that they can turn them into you know, heavy desolate armor kits, or possibly some drums of ferocity. Maybe you need some of these mats too. This can be a good farm just to kind of get yourself stacked up on consumables. Anything you make yourself, you're obviously saving gold on, so you know, that's kind of like a gold farm in itself, just by not spending money. It helps you kind of build up that gold reserve. And I am by no means a you know, a gold farmer. I like to do endgame content and stuff like that, but obviously you have to kind of keep up with your gold so you can do things like buy your rank 6 legendaries. But now that I'm here, I'm on my leather worker. Let's see if there's a long boy here. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. So normally I would do this. I would do this to check. Oops. With the auction house, I would see how much heavy desolate armor kits are going for, and then do some quick math. Right. So let me pull up a notepad. It's actually not going to pull through. I'll just type it in the chat, I guess. So if a heavy desolate armor kit costs you 8 heavy desolate leather and 4 penumbra thread, basically just look at what, you know, heavy desolate leather is going for on the auction house. Let's say it's let's just keep it simple, and it's 1 gold a piece. So then you'd have 8 gold worth going into that, and then you might have so 4 penumbra thread, whatever you pay for it. I think it's 9 gold a piece unless you have the higher rep, so let's just say it's 9 a piece. So you got 36 gold worth of penumbra thread, and then if we're using 1 gold on the auction house is this price, you got another 8, so that is 44 gold is what it would cost to make the heavy desolate armor kit, essentially. If the heavy desolate armor kits are selling for more than 44 gold, I would dump all your resources into that, make as many as you can, and then sell them for profit over just the basic materials. Or if the heavy desolate leather is maybe worth 2 gold a piece, then that would be 18 gold in leather and still 36 here. So you'd have 52 gold as the cost, and if they're selling for 50 gold, that would actually be losing you money. So just figure out, you know, what your server's economy is at, and where the kind of break-even points, the profit points are for the different items that you're crafting, and you know, make that decision. It's also kind of worth noting that if they're close, you know, if it might just be a little bit more profitable to sell the heavy desolate armor kits, you might want to hold on to some of the heavy desolate leather. And I mean, penumbra thread is kind of irrelevant because you can buy that from a vendor, but raw materials themselves are always going to hold a little bit more value, just because people might need them to craft other things, like if they want to make drums, if they want to make any of this stuff. So the raw materials always have that little bit more value than, you know, just the gold necessarily. Sometimes the heavy desolate armor kits don't sell to, but the heavy desolate armor kits will sell well on reset days. So if your server resets on Tuesday, that would be a good time to put these up on the auction house. But yeah, those are, you know, just little tips and tricks you can do. Ultimately, you know, the farm, the way you make gold is just get out in the field, get your hands dirty, and clear out this Mauler's outlook. That's it for this one. Let me know if you guys make some money off this. Let me know, you know, maybe you have a better spot. I've seen some people farming over here in Seeker's Quarrium. My issue there is I always run out of mobs. I've seen some people doing BOE farms down here on this little extra portion that I haven't unlocked on this character. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what works for you. Let me know if you made some gold, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.